Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how I draw eyebrows on my client after foundation application and eyeshadow application. If you'd like to see how I achieved that, please keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to get notified when I upload new tutorials. Now let's get into this tutorial. First off, I'm going to start with brushing of the eyebrow using a brow gel or a brow tamer that isn't too oily. This one I'm using is from TM Essential and it's the tinted one. After I brush up these eyebrows, I like to lightly tap the eyebrows in place with my finger. This helps to get rid of excess oil, excess shine, and helps to like just put my eyebrows where I like them to stay, like to just stamp the hairs on the face, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to do this on the first brow and go ahead to repeat the same step on the second eyebrow. I always advise that you use a small spoolie brush. Now this spoolie I'm using is from the Beauty Line by DD Pencil, and I really like how small and precise this brush is. Afterwards, I'm going to go in with my triangular sponge that already has setting powder from my initial application and just tap on those eyebrows to sort of keep them matte and get rid of any excess brow tamer. And then I'm going to go back in with a spoolie brush to keep the hairs in place. Now I'm going to go in with a pencil. I went in with this retractable pencil and this pencil stressed me out. It was almost coming to like it was almost finished, and I was just trying to make it work. So personally, I don't have like a signature brow for all of my clients. I follow my signature is to follow the exact shape of your brows, if that makes sense. So I look at your face and I decide what eyebrow shape would be better for your eyebrows. Or if you already have like a lot of hairs on your eyebrows, like a very defined eyebrows, I just follow your eyebrow hairs. And I never draw on eyebrows on my clients. I just follow up with what they have going on. Now with Precious in this video, you can see that her eyebrows are pretty decent, so I just elevated the eyebrows just a little bit because I feel like every face deserves an elevated look. And how to achieve that is to make sure that you take care of that arch area. That's the highest point of the eyebrows. Don't make it too boxy, don't make it too round, but just the perfect arc is what would lift the eyebrows. I try to be very light-handed around the beginning of the brow, and I brush as I go. I try to put very minimal product because I want to really mimic the eyebrow of my clients. So I keep I'm very light-handed when it comes to the start of the brows, and I brush every time I put a pencil stroke. Now I'm just going to do the same thing, repeat the same process on the other eyebrows. You see me feathering the brows, making sure that I get products before I start to outline the brows. So I like to put a little stroke in the start of the brows before I start to outline the brows, if that makes sense. Sort of helps me to keep the brows natural and not draw my own stuff there. So at the beginning of the brows, stroke, 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 brush upwards, and then you move away like say a centimeter away from the start of the brows, and then you start to outline the eyebrows with your pencil, if that makes sense. This pencil stressed me out. I think I used my Davis pencil after a while because it was just not giving what it was meant to give. This is where I finally gave up and just opted for my Davis pencil in 18. You want this pencil to be pretty sharp. The reason I sometimes prefer retractable pencils is they're already sharp and you don't need to sharpen after or while using it. So with the Davis pencil, you have to make sure the tip is sharp and always sharpen the pencil as you go. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent pencil and it does the job. If you're enjoying this video, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps YouTube know that you are enjoying the video and also helps them to recommend it to a larger audience. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bells so you're notified when I upload new tutorials. Thank you. The next step is very crucial, you guys, and you have to pay close attention. I'm going to be going in with my favorite flat brush slash concealer brush from Yanka Beauty, and I'm going to be using a concealer that is either one shade lighter than her skin tone, her exact skin tone, or a tad bit darker, maybe a shade darker than her skin tone. And now for this look, because I wanted or I want to maintain the smoky eyes effect and I didn't want the eyebrows to be too highlighted, I went in with a concealer shade that is a shade darker than her skin tone, and
Here I'm using the Nuban Beauty concealer. I can't remember the shade, but I'll put down the shade in the description box or in the video. Now I'm going to slightly, ever so gently define, just outline or map out the shape of the eyebrows. I'm using very, very little product, so it's easy for me to, it's very important I use really little concealer, very small amount, so it's easy for you to blend out and it doesn't affect your, eye look when you're blending out the concealer. Now you're going to see me blend out the concealer and I'll use a very small precise brush because you also do not want it to interfere with the eyeshadow look that you have just applied. So I'm using this very little fluffy brush. You can see that the brush is very fluffy, it's very movable, it's a very, very small and a very, very precise brush, and I'm just going to sort of like go back and forth to like diffuse the intensity of that concealer, if that makes sense. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process I have just done on this other eyebrow, the same exact shade of concealer, the same technique, lightly, ever so gently, just define these eyebrows without it interfering with my eyeshadow
look. So
I'm not pressed to blend for a very long time. You can see the other side of the eyebrow, just very minimal blending, very minimal concealer, and it's almost looking really blended. The next step is very important, and I'll be using my H&E brow pomade in the shade Nubia to finally define the brows and give it the perfect outline that I want. I'm going to be using a flat angled brush for this because I want it to be very precise. I want to be very precise with my application. Now, apart from helping me outline the brow and giving it like a better or a more precise definition, this is also an insurance for my eyebrows because this pomade are waterproof and they last all day long. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Your bride is going to dance all day and their eyebrows will not move. I find that whenever I use just eyebrow pencils, they might fade or clean off, as the course of the day runs out. But with this product, I find out that I never need to touch up the eyebrows when I use the H&E brow pomade or any really nice brow pomade. So I try to go in with a brow pomade that mimics like the same exact shade as the pencil I have used earlier on, so it doesn't alter the color of the eyebrow, so it's just in sync with the brow pencil I used earlier on. So after I use the brow pomade, I just go in with my concealer brush without any new products in it, and I just ever so gently, ever so slightly clean off any mistake or wobble that might have occurred while I was putting in that brow pomade. And of course, you always have to go back in with your spoolie to brush those eyebrows in place and to also help make sure that the brow pomade and the pencil and the eyebrows are all in perfect harmony. And there you go, guys, we are done with this eyebrow tutorial. The tutorial to this look will be linked in the description box, so if you'd like to see how I achieve this entire look, then make sure to click on the link. See you guys next time, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave it in the description box below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.